Well, guys, welcome into Wymark, Saskatchewan, where I have spent $3.3 million. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it from the truck that I'm driving now, does it? She's a beaut, isn't she? Oh, yeah, she's great. Good old Ford. Yeah, guys, $3.3 million I have had to take a loan out. And I bought a brand, well, it's must have been in bankruptcy or something for us to get a hold of this farm. This is not just any farm. We're gonna go through the town here and head up to the north side to where this farm is located, because it's something a little bit different. I mean, it's nice countryside up here, big fields all around for the most part that I'm going to try to buy all of is my master plan. So we need to get out of debt, and I want to buy everything that's here in this area. We're quite a ways away from anything that we can sell stuff, which is kind of why we were at the train station, to be perfectly honest. I was trying to negotiate some deals and figure out how we're going to sell our products, but this farm is not like one you've seen before. Yeah, you can see like there's a ton of silos here. Like, look at them all. We've got them all over the place. They're everywhere. Yeah, this is crazy. It's massive, the amount of stuff that's here. And we have storage, we have equipment here. I mean, $3.3 million, you could buy a decent amount of stuff, but not everything that's in here. I mean, look at all the equipment we've got. We've got everything ready to go, and we're pretty much set up so we can get started farming here. Let me look at it all. We got trailers, we got augers, we've got tractors, we've got a harvester, we've got everything here. We've got a nice big shop up ahead of us. Let me just pull up to the shop here and I'll show you around quickly. It really did surprise me how much stuff we've got here. This is a great shop, by the way. And just before we continue, it's come to my attention that less than 30% of you are subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and you want to see more content like this, go down to the bottom, click that subscribe button, join the channel. Of course, down in the description, you can also find our Twitter and Discord links if you would like to join and follow us there. This shop building, everything's fairly brand new. Like I said, they must have gone under because we've got all these massive silos. We've got all the equipment here. For 3.3 million's a pretty good deal, I would say. Just a little bit. But 3.3 million bucks, and we've got to find a way to make this farm with this equipment profitable. Now, we're not going to be selling stuff as I go around here. Let's go take a look at the John Deere up front. We've got the X9, of course, and then we've got a 9R up on the front here that's hooked up to the Hallmaster. The stuff we're going to be selling, guys, I'm not going to need this corn header, actually. Speaking of which, we'll drop that off later. What we're going to be using is, well, this building right here. This is going to be the piece de resistance.
How is that?
I think he's speaking French.
French? What kind of Chinese speak French?
It is, well, my seed factory. We're going to be making seeds. Let me go inside and take a look here. We're gonna ship seeds because the profit value versus crop to seed is so much better. I want to start making as much seed as I can from the crops I harvest, and we'll see where we can go. Like I said, if I can take over this whole county out here in Wymark and turn it all into seed and then sell it off, that is going to be what is going to make us millions and millions of dollars. Well, maybe get us out of debt to start with. I've got 3 fields to start that are kind of all around this area. There was a plot of land, this section of land right here, that was part of this whole factory, and we're going to start off with that. So we're basically set up here with all the equipment we're going to need, but the only problem is we just don't have all that much money for the next couple of years. So let's take a look at the old bank statement here. You can see I've got $3.378 million I've taken out. I got a 240-month term. I owe almost $20,000 a month. 3.5% interest rate ain't too bad right now for a mortgage, is it? As far as our wheat field goes, well, we've got a couple fields, actually. We got this wheat field here ready to harvest right now, so we might as well get onto it. Expected yield's not great, mind you, at like 60%. Not great. We'll need to see if we can bump those numbers up. We got brand new X9 harvester, that combine. We've got, of course, the corn header, which I'm probably not going to need anytime. I don't think we'll ever use the corn header, to be honest, right now. We'll get rid of that. We've got, of course, I think it's a 40-foot header for the grain. We'll take that out and see if we can get this X9 fired up for our first harvest. Like, all brand new equipment. Like I said, they must have gone bankrupt or something. 3.3 million bucks for all of this. Pretty good deal as far as I'm concerned. Let's go get into this wheat field, though, and see what we can do. Now, there is some things that will work better for us. This wheat field, like I said, is already planted, so not something I need to worry about too much, but I'm not planning on planting wheat after this. We're going to be planting more specialty crops. So this wheat field is going to be kind of probably a one-off, maybe to some degree. So we're going to harvest all this and turn some of this into seed so I don't have to buy seed anymore. At least that's what the plan is going for now. We need to get, we got the 8R right here. We got a 9R over the far side. Let's get the 8 over there and we'll see if we can get this And we'll see if we get this figured out. RT, by the way, sorry. I said it was R, didn't I? Let's grab the grain cart. Perfect. And we'll need the truck out here as well. Now, you'll notice our silo system right ahead of us up there. It is only takes... we need to have the truck to unload into that, unfortunately. I could probably get a smaller trailer. I don't know. We'll see. This is what's here. This is what the farm they had on this farm. So I'm going to try and harvest with this and see how we do. Let's get this X9 into the field, guys. I'm excited to get into this with this field. We got some decent sized fields, nothing crazy big by any means, but this wheat field here is our biggest. And I'm going to turn all of this into, well, seed for replanting. Now, like I said, turning this into seed, I was looking at the markets on all of this beforehand. And yeah, this is going to be a great way for us to make some money. It's obviously a big field, a decent amount of wheat we're going to get off this field. But I'm going to try to limit the amount of products we need to buy. So starting off with this should supply us with enough seed to replant everything for a little while going forward, at least, so I shouldn't need to buy seed, right? That's going to be the plan. We're going to put the seed into our seed production plant and make our own seed. Now, that seed production plant also requires herbicide and fertilizer in order to make the seeds. And I would like to get to a point where somehow I can maybe make that stuff as well. So I'm doing it all myself, essentially. I don't know if we'll get to that or not, but for now, I'll buy the herbicide and the fertilizer, and we'll harvest this and make our own seed, so I don't need to buy seed right now. Unfortunately, the seed's the cheapest part, right? You guys, yeah, anyways. So you'll also notice I'm not baling right now, right? You notice that. Yeah, we don't need to bale right now. Let's not do the baling. We'll unload all this. I have no baler on this farm. I've got $76,000, which when you're spending $20,000 a month on your loan, I don't have the money to spend on a baler. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait on that. Let me get around the far side of this field. You can see kind of the size of this. We got quite a bit. I mean, what, 15,000, 16,000 farming units of wheat off that first cut. And I'm gonna see if I can just make a bit of an end row down here so that I can turn around and not go into traffic. But nice flat lands, so that the lands are not going to be the problem. That being said, you look at our yield map down in the bottom corner here. We're not getting a great amount of yield off this field. It's kind of terrible, to be perfectly honest. So we could definitely work on upping that. That's for sure going forward. So this is going to be the worst harvest we ever get off of this field. Going forward, we're going to do our best to maximize the amount we get off these fields. This is just, well, it's free money essentially for us right now. So let's get in there and harvest it, right? So like I said, all of this is going to be going into seed. Now, going forward, I mean, there's a lot of lands out here in Wymark that we can pick up. And I've got a plan where I want to buy it all, but that's going to change the way I do this farm or manage this farm. In fact, I'm hoping to hire a bunch of employees instead of me doing all the work, and I'm just going to be more of like the farm manager on this area. I mean, it's a large farm. I've got other things I need to take care of. Can we get to a point where I can just hire people out and have them do most of the work for me? I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I'm going to see. We're going to try to work that into our game instead of us doing all of this, basically. I don't know how much more driving the combine around I'm going to be doing personally. I'm going to see if I can get away from doing this work and focus more on the business side of things instead of the, you know, actually into the farms. We're full again. I got to run over and grab the tractor this time. Let's see if we can load this from the field. I don't know if it's be easier or not. Kind of a pain. There's the 8R. Jump all the way back on down. See, like this stuff here, it's just so time consuming. And of course, I mean, this is the main part of the farm, but when you've got plans to make the farm bigger by increasing the production of the seeds, yeah, see, that's going to change us up a little bit. Now, I should also mention the wheat. We're not going to be doing wheat probably anytime after this either, unless maybe we need more seed for, well, planting. But we have some specialty seeds that I want to get into in a bit as well. So yeah, we're going to have to watch out for that, because I'll talk more about that later on. There we go. Load this bad boy on up. That looks good. Love it. All right, Hallmaster's working out. This is all working fairly well. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best way of doing this yet or not. This seems to be a good system they've got set up for us. We'll keep going with it for now. So that's another full grain cart of wheat. The one problem I'm having with this is that, well, you can see how much we've got in the Hummer in this auger wagon, guys. It's full, but so that means it's gonna fill the truck completely up. I need to figure out something a bit different for that, because it fills up so much that I still have stuff left in my grain cart when I go and dump off in the silo system here. It seems like it's a bit much. Oh well, it'll do. Let's go dump this off inside here. Easy does it. And yeah, get all of our grain in there. We've got about half the field done already, maybe a little less. Let's just leave the truck in the field now, and we'll take the X9 back to work again. We've got, oh, did I say half the field? Yeah, maybe a third of the field. It feels like it's half, but it's quite long runs. Biggest field by far on this farm so far. We're going to be changing that, don't worry. Another full grain cart. Let's go unload this bad boy. Let's go. Nice. Like I said, it's going to fill this whole trailer up once again. Every time we fill up the grain cart, we fill up the trailer and the truck. So that means, yeah, we got to go dump the truck back out again, aren't we? Yeah, we'll take care of that too. Not a problem. And we'll fill this back up. It seems like we're just hauling through this field, guys. We are making some good headway. Just hauling wheat back and forth real quickly. Like, it just seems like it never stops so far. Look at how much wheat we've got. Yeah, it's already a fourth load. Already 4 loads taken into the silo system. So we'll have a couple 100,000 liters of wheat off this field. And that's the worst possible amount of fertilizing, weed control, everything else. We can throw some lime down soon and get this field up to max, and we could probably get a lot more off this, but this is decent. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Unload that. Perfect. Back to work. Last couple runs here, guys. We're on the last run. What do we got here? 71% filled already. Yeah, let's see how close we get come to the end. Can I make it all the way down to that far end and not have to to unload? It's going to be really close. I think we can do it. You know what? I think I can do this. Just doing the math, you know, we only have half the header width. Can we do it? It's getting really close. 90%. Come on, baby. We can make it all the way to the end, right? I think we can make it to the end. Maybe not. We're getting really close. Come on. I don't want to. Never mind. Yeah. I'm missing literally 5 feet. Come on. Really? Oh, well, what do you do? Let's unload a little bit there, and then we'll get the rest of this. You know what? I'm making sure I get it all. I'll get it all. We'll call it a day there. Okay, cool. That's the end. The end of the big field, our wheat field, has been harvested. Our first harvest out here in Wymark. Our first field is done. Let's get this into the grain silo. Now, I just did notice, I thought this field wasn't ready, but it's not barley. It's the Durham wheat. It's ready to go. We got another field, and now this one here, guys, this is special. You see, it's a different type of wheat. It's a smaller field, a different type of wheat. And this wheat, I'm gonna make something a little bit different out of. We're not gonna sell this straight as wheat or not make this into normal seed. It's going to be a specialty seed we're gonna turn this into. So we're still going to do the same process. We're still harvesting this. We're going, actually, I don't need to use the auger on this one. We're not using that grain cart, but I'm still using it just because. Well, it's allowing me to move more and prep stuff. Anyways, we're still going to move this into the silo system like we're doing right now, right? We're still going to unload everything into the silo. And then afterwards, we're going to transfer this over and make some seed that's going to hopefully fetch us a little bit more money. Last pass out here on the Durham wheat. Can I make it all? Looks like we could get almost all of it. No, not quite. Thought I could get it all. Apparently not quite. I didn't set that up perfectly. Anyways, last little itty bit, just an itty bit. And we're done the harvest today. Let's get rid of the header, drop this back down. Perfect. And put everything back in the shop for now because we're going to be back harvested in one more field pretty quick. Get back on emptying everything out. And yeah, I think that's it for the Durham wheat, guys. So wheat and wheat have been harvested. We still have one more field though. Let's see here if we can go and grab the tractor. And you know what? While we're thinking about this, we'll talk about what we're going to do with that wheat. So we got the 8R. We're going to load this with the wheat we just harvested. And we're going to go take this all over to the seed production facility we've got on our farm here. This is going to be really what's going to make us millions of dollars, to be perfectly honest. At least I hope. It's my going theory, at least right now. This is the only, I've never done this before, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to find out together if this is going to make us the money that I sure hope it will. We'll just back this on in. Now, this is just the standard wheat. As you can see, I got 40,000 liters of standard wheat that we're going to be slapping into this thing. So let's just back it on in, dump her on in, and see how that looks. Should be just fill up normally like a silo, and we should be good. Perfect. All right. So on top of this, like I said, we need herbicide and fertilizer, which I've already bought. We've got 2,000 farming units of each. liters, and we'll take those over with the old Ford and we'll dump that right on in. So there we go. Fill that up with fertilizer first and unload into our seed production facility. Head on back and grab got the fertilizer, herbicide now. Herbicide's in, fertilizer's in, and everything's running. That's a nice screen. Can't really read anything, but you can see at the bottom there, it's doing stuff. We're making seeds.
You haven't the faintest idea of what you're doing.
Perfect. So we're making regular seeds now. That's great and all, but that's not what I really want to do to make money. Like this, that's not quite it. So now we have our secondary crop type, and the Durham wheat is going to go into our seed production plant. Now this, guys, I think is going to make us a little bit more money. So we've got the Durham wheat going in. We still have fertilizer. We still have herbicide in here. It should be good to start making both now. So I'm making regular seeds. I'm making the Durham wheat seeds as well. The Durham wheat seeds, however, that's going to make us some serious money by comparison, I do believe. It looks like there's a little bit more money in that. So we should be good as far as that goes now. We've got both wheat and the Durham wheat being made into seed. Fingers crossed. Let's go take a look at the other field. This is what I'm kind of thinking, right? We got this other field here. It's another field. It's soybeans. I'm not planning on doing much with that for now. It's a cash crop, right? Beans, cash crop. We'll make some good money off that. Should be good to go next month. So we'll have to wait until then, I guess. Let's just look at the equipment. It looks pretty messy. I should clean this up since it's going to be sitting here for a bit. Let's give everything a scrub down. Yeah, see, that looks way better. All right, we'll shut this down. And since we've got to wait this one more month, close these doors up, I think we'll grab the 9. Yeah, we'll grab the 9 RX or RT. And let's go take it over, grab the cultivator. And you know what? Let's go turn some ground. I feel we should clean up those fields that we just harvested, because we got that Amazon planter you saw back there, the seeder. And that's not a direct drill, I don't believe, not a direct drill, so I need to do some tillage work first. So we'll go over here, clean this all up, do a little bit of tillage work. This is the stuff, guys, that I want to hire workers for. I can just, you know what, we'll do it today, of course, because I don't have a lot of money right now. We're doing under $60,000. I've got to make it a little bit of time before I'm going to get a payday. I want to get this stuff so I can just hire workers to do all this stuff, and I'm just kind of managing things. Not that I mean, come on, driving this tractor, it's a lot of fun, of course, but time management wise, eventually we're going to run out of time and not be able to do this kind of work, especially when we scale things up. Yeah, right now we're pretty small. We've only got a couple fields, but once we start scaling things up, it's going to get more and more difficult for us to have the time to do this stuff. I want to make sure we're kind of maximizing our efficiencies on this farm. Finished off the second field. Just got to clean up little bits here that we missed. You can see, yeah, I missed a little bit down the left with our GPS. That's okay. We'll grab those. But like I said, we'll hire some workers eventually on this stuff, and then I can just kind of be farm manager boss guy, and just walk around and make sure everyone's doing their job. That's my plan. We'll see if that works out. All right, get this back, and you know what? We better clean this cultivator back up. I'm going to try and do my best at keeping our equipment clean. I know you guys are always on riding my case about not keeping my equipment clean. I'm taking care of it now. You guys can see that, right? We're on top of it. Back this on in. Nice and easy. Let's not back into anything. Perfect. Grab the pressure washer and give her a scrub down. All right, guys. That's great. That's great. All right, put it away. I love it. All right, so things are coming together. Next up, we do need to throw some lime down. Field work day. It's like a field work day extravaganza, right? We've got everything cultivated now. We've got to put some lime down, and then we should be able to get ready for planting. We got the spreader back in here, fertilizer and lime spreader right back here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I thought this was facing the wrong direction. That wasn't very smart of me, now was it? Let's go open that garage door and we'll spin this thing around. There we go. And back this on in the right way this time. Really, I know what I'm doing. I promise I know what I'm doing. Grab the spreader. And we need to get some lime. So I've already picked up lime in this as well. We've got, I think there's 20,000 liters of lime in that. So we're running into a bit of a problem though. This little John Deere is not quite enough weight for that. So we'll put the weight on the front. And will it work now? It's when it's full, we're barely able to keep those you know what? You don't need to steer. You just have to, you steer by throttle. Steer by throttle. Hopefully she stays straight. Holy, yeah, you gotta be careful. She likes to, the front end's a little on the light side. She likes to bounce a little bit here. Easy, easy, easy. I need a bigger weight up front, I think. That might help, but you know what? Once it gets down under like 75% full, someone's get like 1,000 farming units out of the back of this, then it's not too bad. It's tolerable, but it feels like we're bouncing a little bit for sure. That front end does like to, it's almost like the perfect wheelie balance, to be honest. You can almost like hold that wheelie the whole way down the field if you're really good with the throttle. But I digress. We're fine. One other thing I was thinking about, guys, when I was doing all this is we have not analyzed our fields yet. I don't have the money to spend on analyzing our fields. I could buy some equipment maybe to do it, but that's still a little bit out of my, I think that's a little bit out of my price range still. So I would love to buy some stuff to analyze this, or pay a company to come analyze my field so I can get the proper pH, the proper fertilization, the proper seed rates. But we're not there yet. I don't have the money for it yet. I need to get through selling everything off, and that's still going to be a little bit of ways. So maybe next year, even that seems, I don't know. We'll see what we can make off of it. Anyways, that field's done. Let's head over. We got one more smaller field to go take care of course. The little guy, we'll go throw some lime down on that. Oh, yeah, I've got to fill up, of course, first. I just realized that's a 50%. We could have got a little bit more out of it. Anyways, fill this up, and we'll drop this lime all off in this small field. But yeah, easy work for the most part. Once again, more work I would love to sub-hire out to. I don't need to necessarily do this stuff, but right now I do. It's just trying to save the money where I can. All right, fields are all done. I think, guys, we're looking pretty darn good right now. We've done all of our field work, our prep. We can't really plant for at least until, what is it, October, November? Might be able to get something in later on this fall. I haven't double checked that yet. I need to go look and figure out if we can do it. So we'll just kind of get everything back in the shop here and stage for the time being, and we'll go from there. Perfect. That looks good. Let's close everything up, and I think we'll call that a day for now. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys come September. Yeah. All right, September's here. Let's get into it. Let's go see if we can get our planter hooked up and get these beans off the field. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Let's go take a look at the field quickly and see how we're looking. Perfect. All the way out. Wait a minute. Guys, these aren't ready to harvest yet. These aren't ready to harvest. I totally had planned to harvest those today. All right, plan B. What can I do? Oh, you know what? You know what we can do, guys? We can prep the seeder at least. Get it prepped so we're good to go there. That should be a good idea, right? Yeah. So we got lots of seed in here, it looks like. Yeah, we got lots of seed. 20,000 liters. Yeah. See, seed's being made still. It's still working its way through the system. We're good. Let's go grab. Yeah, we'll grab the planter. And we'll fill it up and get it prepped so that by next month, when we're ready to replant stuff, we can do it, I guess. That's something. I feel like we're waiting, just sitting here waiting now for things to harvest. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We'll get everything prepped and we'll go from there. So I got the 9RX. I think I called this the RT before, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Anyways, we'll grab this, get it filled up with all of our seed. We'll get our fertilizer in this. And then we'll go from there, I guess. How do I fill the seed on this thing? It must be on the far side. Yeah, there's an auger, that's right. We're gonna go through the auger, and then we'll fill this up, and it should be good. Let's kind of sneak this. I'm gonna pull this around the other side. We're gonna have to lift that auger up as well, it looks like. It looks a little low, Come on, spin around, don't jackknife. Perfect, all right. So from here, we'll just fill this up with all the seed we created. Unfortunately, like I said, we're not making fertilizer yet, so I had to buy fertilizer, of course. And, we need fertilizer, of course, to go into the seed shop here as well. But, so we bought the fertilizer, we bought seed, we had seed. We're good now, right? I think we're good. I guess we'll just leave this here. Let's think about how we're going to go forward. Let me just take a quick look at a couple of things here inside the office. In we go. So, seeds. Like, look at the prices of these seeds, guys. The Durham seed, the barley seed, the pea seed, and the lentil seed. Like, the prices from the farmer's market, which is local, is way cheaper than if we ship out of town. So we gotta ship out to Speedy Creek. To anything we build, we're gonna be shipping to Speedy Creek, and that's really where we're gonna make our money. Looks like I can't plant. Maybe I'll plant in the spring. Anyways, I'll see you guys next month. We'll see if the soybeans are ready by then. October is here. I'm sure those beans are ready to be harvested, right? Yep, beans look like they are good to go. Let's go dive into this field through the ditch, nice and easy. Perfect. All right, let's dive into this now. I don't know what kind of yield I'm going to get off this. Once again, this field was not prepared very well, to say the least. So it probably the worst possible yield we could possibly get off our beans. But hey, whatever. Once again, I didn't plant this crop. This is all free money in a way, right? So we're going to see what we can get off this. I got to get the truck still, though. Yeah, we got to get the truck. All right, almost done. Our first headland off this. We're what, 37% filled, 8,000 liters inside the hopper. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Fill this truck up a little bit, and back into the field we go. So, yeah, not a bad yield. I mean, actually, it doesn't look terrible if I look at what our yield indications are on the map. It doesn't look like it's the worst thing in the world. I've definitely had worse, so I guess I really can't complain. Of course, beans typically don't require any fertilizing, so you got that going for you, right? I'm sure the lime, the pH is off on this field, mind you. We still need to analyze these fields at some point in time. But when I'm minus 16,000 bucks right now from spending the interest on our loan is coming out of our account every month, it's getting a little dicey. I need to make some money. I need to wait January. January, we're going to sell off some of that stuff. In fact, when we get back to the farm, we'll take a look at that. That's it for the field right there, guys. That's what we got. Not quite a full trailer full, but hey, not too bad. Let me take this back. We'll dump this into our silo, and then let's go take a look and see how much seeds we've created in our factory. Yeah, see, if we look at this, we're done with the wheat. It's already made us almost 34,000 liters of seed. But the Durham seed, we've got 46,000 of the Durham seed, and there's still 20,000 left to be made. So we're getting there. And you can see if I look at prices, guys, prices are pretty ridiculous. How much we can expect to possibly make if this price is max out. So I'll see you guys come January when it's time to sell. Oh, I'm glad we got the block heater plugged in on this truck. The weather has gotten a bit sour, to say the least, here in December. But that's not going to stop us. We've got some money to make. You can see I'm in the hole, $60,000. So we got to sell off these crops. We got the truck, we got the Mac, brand new Mac. We've got the Wilson trailer, of course. We're going to run over and let's go grab the seed first. We'll grab all our seed. Let's load this up. That's regular seed. I got to store this. This is just regular seed. I don't want to sell this because it's actually, I'm taking a loss for making this in from wheat to regular seed. So I want to store this and use it to plant. There we go. So we'll store it in that silo. This here will just be our manufacturing silos. We'll load this back up. We got the Durham seed in there now. Fill up the back portion of the trailer as well. And from there, we've got to go to the train yard because, like I said, we're sending this off to Swift Current, also known as Speedy Creek. And we're going to be selling all this off there because the profit value from selling it way out of town by train is so much better than selling it in town. And yeah, so drop this all off. We're going to have to make a couple trips because we've got a little bit more of the Durham seed to grab. And then, of course, we've got all our extra wheat that I'm not making into seed. The wheat that we got off that field was considerable, so we're going to get rid of that as well. That's actually probably going to be our biggest moneymaker this time. We're not going to be doing wheat anymore, like I said, though. So drop all this wheat off. Perfect. And we need to get the train, guys. I need to go. I've already got it contracted. It's on its way here, but it's going to take some time, of course. They're not here instantly. So, train's here. Let's load this up. It looks like I think we'll have to make 2 different trips with the train. I don't think we can fill... I think we're going to fill up enough with the wheat. Seed first. Seed, of course, goes in first. And then I think we've got 3 cars on there that we can fill with different products. I think the wheat will take up more of that. Yeah, see, I've got a seed. I forgot. We got the seed. We always forgot about the seeds. We got wheat, we got seed, and we've got the soybeans. I always forget about which one's which. Ooh, not bad. $500,000 off our first sale. That's not bad. Let's go sell the rest of this stuff off. We still have a little bit of wheat left over. So yeah, another 174,000 bucks minus 7. Not bad. Not a bad first sale. All right, so we've got our money. We're looking pretty good. We got 600,000 bucks. I decided to try to get into this field and start liming early in March here. The weather wasn't quite cooperating. I thought I could get in before, or well, but sooner than later with this rainfall. But I'm not having much luck with this lime, guys. This is actually kind of terrible. The little John Deere is not liking this mud at all. I thought I'd be fine. I've made some pretty bad decisions. I don't think this is going to work out. Let's see if I can just get through this little spot here. I don't know. Can we circle around and maybe just get down the end? I don't know if it's going to dry out. Oh boy. I regret this. Yeah, this is not good. This might have been a mistake, but whatever. We're going to see what we can get done. It's just lime, right? I know I'm kind of... It feels like it's getting dry. It's drying out fairly quickly. I feel like I can actually move a little bit more now, but Yeah, I'm tearing these fields up. Let me just finish up. You know what? I'm going to finish this little spot up, and then we're going to go back over, and we'll wait until everything dries out. And it should only take a few hours, maybe later on this, like maybe closer to the evening, it should be good enough where it'll get cold enough where it'll freeze. At least I can kind of get into the field again. But everything is just, I'm going to rut this field right up if I do this right now. So let's not worry about that. Let's just head back, and we'll do that later. Yeah, mistakes have been made. All right, so it's only been a half hour, but it looks like everything's firmed up enough. It's dried out, reloaded with the lime, so we should be good. Well, if I can keep the front tires on the ground, we'll be good at least. Yeah, come on, it seems like it's dried out enough. I'm digging in a little bit, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. This little John Deere, guys, this is something I'm gonna need to fix at some point. This little John Deere is having a bit of a struggle session with this lime spreader. It's doing the job, but you can see like every time we hit like the little ruts we made here, we're bouncing still, and we still used quite a bit of it. So anyways, I gotta give this a wash. Let's go and take out the cultivator, and we're gonna clean up these fields, see if we can get rid of those ruts. And I would like to get to planting today. I know I can plant the Durham seed right away. The Durham wheat can go into the field here pretty much right away. So if I can get this all tilled up, then we can get into the field like right away with this stuff, and then next month we'll be ahead of the game with the rest of our crops, right? So first farmer in the fields. We're kind of jumping the gun a little bit here, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, the 9RX doesn't, yeah, it's able to get in. We're not sinking in. You can still see the ruts we kind of made, but I think this will be okay. Once we get it planted, it should be fine in theory. Yeah, it should be fine, I think. Yeah, we're not having any problems whatsoever. This is great. So this small little field, this is one of our smallest fields. I think I'll replant this with the Durham wheat. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the other ones yet. I'm sure like with lentils and peas, which I kind of want because the prices on those seem pretty darn good. So if my math is correct, which it never is, I think that's what we're going to go to next. Get that around that corner. Good thing we got the GPS on this, right? There we go. Last little bit. And let's go and take care of seeding right away. Got the 8R. We'll grab the seeder. And the Amazon, it's already filled. You guys remember we already filled this up the other day, so we can just dive right into the field now. Out we go. Let's go to the field. She's all filled up. We got the Durham seed in here. Yeah, this should be good. This should be good. As long as it's got enough, it should be fine. It's an 8R. It's got lots of power. I am not worried about that at all. And we're not sinking in at all. That should be, I was a little bit concerned we were jumping the gun. Like I said, it's only been an hour since we were getting stuck with the lime spreader, and now we're fine. So field dried out relatively quickly. All right, let's get this in here. Shouldn't take us more than an hour or so to get this done. And from there, we can move on quickly and figure out how we're going to get through the rest of our fields. But everything else is looking perfect right now, guys. This is fantastic. Get our headlands figured out, and GPS is set now, so I should be able to just kind of let her buck almost. I could almost set it up so it could do auto turn. But you know what? I'm just going to hold on to control. Eventually, like I said, we're going to be able to hire all our workers to do all this stuff for us, and I'm not going to have to do any of this. But I know that we need to get to that point still. I'm not really familiar with the peas and lentils, of course. Now we've done Durham wheat, so we know what we're doing there. But peas and lentils, we'll find out hopefully this fall on how those all work. It should be very similar to everything else we've done, so I'm not too concerned, but it's something we haven't done before, right? Got the roller. Let's dive into this. Maximize the profits we could possibly make off this field. Maximize the yield, I should say. Not necessarily the profits, but the yield is going to be key. We need to get in there. This farm came with this massive roller, so it's going to make, well, it's worthwhile doing. Once again, a task I hope to sub-hire out, get some worker bees to do this at some point in time. But for now, we've got the time to do it. It is only March still. I think I've got a month before I can plant anything else, right? So might as well get her done today. It's only 1 o'clock. I got lots of time. This is the last thing I need to do today. So we'll go through this. It's the 8R handles it. I was wondering if I was going to have to go to the 9RX, but the 8R seems like it's good enough for this. It's a pretty big path it takes over, doesn't it? Great. Perfect. This is last little bit. Good thing we got the GPS, of course, as well. It does manage our time a little bit better, I find. Let's fold this thing up. Let's go take her back. But I think, guys, we are good now until we can plant next month. So I've got a couple more things just to clean up. But I think we're waiting until planting season now. All right, let me clean this stuff up and we'll put it away, and I'll see you guys come April when it's time to get into the planting season. All right, let's get some seed back into the Amazon. And we should be good just to get in there. We're going to do some peas on the big field. It's going to be the big field first, and then we're going to go over to the small field right afterwards. Of course, need fertilizer as well. Still got a little bit of fertilizer left in there. We bought quite a bit of it, so that should last us for the planting season, I do believe. Go to the right back here. It looks like I missed the corner here where I was cultivating. I don't think it's going to plant there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's okay. That's just going to be one of our mistakes. One of our many mistakes, I'm sure. Get all the way through. We've already almost gone through all of our seed, guys. I need to go fill this. I'm going to have to fill this up a couple of times. We got lots of seed, I think, at least, though. We should be fine there. Back on over to our silo, our seed silo system we've got. We've got the two different silo systems we're using right now. This one and as well, of course, the seed silo. And then, of course, the main silo for our crops, which we're probably not going to use too much of, to come to think of it. I mean, we're focusing pretty heavily on, well, on these beans, what is it, the lentils, the peas, and I can't remember what, the Durham wheat. So that's going to be into the main silo and then immediately moved over as fast as we can, of course, to our production facility to make it into seed, because it's worth so much more as seed. That means we're not going to necessarily need that main silo for all that much in the grand scheme of things, but we'll see. I mean, it's still there. It holds a ton. So, you know, if we decide, I mean, we're eventually going to own everything around us, so it's going to be a lot of crops coming and going. So we probably might need that storage facility as we go forward, right? We're almost done here, guys. We got a couple more passes left to make, and we should be good. I bet you, yeah, I'm almost out of fertilizer, so yeah. We got to refill the fertilizer, need some seed again. Of course, it seems like we're never ending with that, but you know what? Actually, let me fill this up, and when we get back, let me double check. I didn't double check. I was going to see how much seed we had left in that. We had like 40,000 farming units of seed, I think. I've got one more field still to plant. So that was the what was it, peas? And then we got lentils. Let me double check inside here. How much do we have in the bin left for seed? 24th. Oh, we got lots. Tons of seed. I thought we were down further than that, but we got lots of seed. Lots of seed. I was worried for a bit that I'm like, do I have to make more? No, I don't need to make any more. We're good. We're good for our own production seeds right now, so I don't need to worry about that. At some point, we'll have to grow some more crops that we can just make into normal seed, but for now, I think we'll be fine. Let's keep on going here. We got the lentils. Lentils is the last one here, I believe. I got mixed up. Peas, lentils. This is lentils. I think it's lentils. Anyways, this should be the last one, our small field. We only have the 3 fields. I've got 500,000 bucks. However, there is something I need to spend some money on sooner than later, I think. And before I start thinking about expansion, now we still owe $3.2 something million, which we'll look at in a second. But I'm just really close to, well, the field we've already planted over on the far side. That is the Durham wheat there we planted last month. Yeah, I've been looking at that. Has been going back and forth, guys. And it looks okay. It looks like we missed a couple spots here. Maybe there was some tire slippage that kind of destroyed some of the crops. But we got some weeds, guys. I've got some missed spots. Yep. But also you can see we've got weeds here and there. So I need to take care of that. We can't have no weeds. And plus we're going to need to take care of weeds all through these fields as well. So that's going to be our first big purchase, which is a brand new John Deere spot and spray, see and spray, spot and spray. Whatever. You know what I mean. It's going to utilize next to no herbicide, and it's going to get rid of our weeds. And it's really going to help our environmental bonus, which is kind of nice as well. I guess I need some herbicide. Let's move that trailer. There we go. Fill this thing on up, and away we go. So shouldn't need to fill this up more than a couple of times here and there. I think it goes through such a little amount of herbicide. We should be, like, it'll pay for itself in the long run. The fact that we have this see and spray, spot and spray, whatever, you know what I mean. I think it's see and spray. So it's definitely worthwhile. It cost us almost 6 figures for this bad boy. It'll pay for itself in the long run. I know it seems so expensive right off the bat here. You got to remember, guys, I'm losing roughly like what, $120,000. A little over, actually no, a little under $120,000 every year right now on my loan, between interest and the principal. So I've got to keep that in mind going forward. Turn the corner. Oh, don't hit that car. Please stop. Oh, that was close. I mean, best driver in farm sim. I got to keep that in mind, right? I'm losing quite a bit of money. I have no way of making money till January, I think, is when we'll sell off the rest of our crops again. So 20,000, and that doesn't include, guys, the production cost, because our seed factory, of course, is going to be costing us money as it produces the seeds as well. It's pretty minor in the grand scheme of things, but still, $120,000 a year is leaving my account just on our interest. All right. And not our interest, by the way, I mean on our loan. I forgot completely that I needed to flatten these fields, or roll these fields. I did the big field, doing the little field. Totally forgot about it. Completely forgot about these fields. But we got them done. So everything else should be good for the most part. We'll need to come back and spray some herbicide on these next month. but I think our fields are looking really good. We've got everything's planted, everything's rolled. Just have to spray some herbicide. There is one other thing I want to do this month, and I've been keeping my eye on this. You can see, well, our farm is off to the right here, but on the left there is another field here that's a good size. I mean, it's 24 acres of planted field, and it's going for a decent price. So I'm thinking, I mean, it's already planted as well. It's got wheat in it, mind you, but it's got something. I think I'm going to buy this. Yeah, guys, this is going to be our field. I'm gonna make an offer. We're going to buy this field, and we're going to go from there. But this is ours now. Boom. All right, so it's like $350,000. Listen, who's counting, right? Easy come, easy go. I still have enough money to make it through the year, so let's close everything up, put everything away for the time being, because we're going to need to wait a month before we can get back into these fields. We need to do some cleanup still, but let's put everything away. And then next month, I can finish off the rest of our weeding. And hopefully, we'll have a decent profit come next year. So I will see you guys, well, in about a month. And just like that, it's time to get back into the fields. It took less than a month, to be honest. We're into May already. Already into May. Let's go spread that herbicide. Like I said, we've got the 2 new fields. These are big fields. This one's big. This is the peas, right? Yeah, the peas on this one, it's a good size. Luckily, like I said, we bought the biggest possible See and Spray, the John Deere sprayer here, so it's not taking us a whole heck of a lot of time to get through it. Not using a lot of herbicide, so it's inexpensive, and we don't need to stop. We can just kind of let her buck. I wouldn't mind getting a self-propelled unit maybe at some point. Maybe that's something we might have to look at doing. That being said, this John Deere, the small, was it the 5R, is like the best. This is probably the best job we're using for it so far. We do have a fork set for it as well, so let's move over to the lentils over here. And we do have a fork set for it, so I can use it if we ever do anything with bales or pallets. I can use it for that, but as of right now, we're not really needing that, right? It's just like small. It's not even a workhorse. It's just the small jobs like this. Perfect for it. Anyways, we only got an hour on it so far. We haven't been using it that much. But what it needs to do, it's been doing a decent job at. So anyways, we need to spread some lime on these and come next year. That's the next job this thing will be used for. So we should just kind of scrub it up, put everything away, and get ready for harvest. To be perfectly honest, I think harvest is going to be sooner than later. So let's lock this up, put that away, and I think that's it for now, guys. So I got another month before I think we can harvest that wheat on that brand new field. I'll see you in June. Another month in the books, another 20 grand paid off of our loan, and another field ready to harvest. I recorded that last one with my potato of a camera there, apparently. Anyways, the wheat's looking good. Still only expected 64% of potential yield off that. What do? I mean, it's a field we bought. We got what we got, right? I mean, we didn't have to pay to plant it, so you take what you can get. I suppose I could have fertilized that if I was thinking, but whatever. Regardless of which, let's get the X9 into this field, grab our header here, spin this thing around. Yeah, I could have come in and fertilized that, I suppose. That's the only thing I could have done and gotten a little bit more off of it. Probably should have done that. Why didn't you guys remind me? Why didn't you guys remind me that I should have fertilized that? That was not thinking. You know what, it's okay. Actually, you know what? I would have had to change tires. I think that's more of the problem. That's actually what I was thinking about, is I would have had to change the wheels on both the John Deere as well as the sprayer, emptied out all the herbicide, put some fertilizer, and that would have been, actually I could have done the nitrogen, the pellet fertilizer, right? We could have done that. But once again, I still need to change tires out. Yeah, might have been worthwhile, might not have been. Tough to say. Getting a decent yield off this field, guys. We're pushing through this, just trying to make a bit of a space down here where we can park equipment when we need to. What I've done is we've parked the truck down on this end, and now I've pulled over the 8R along with our grain cart on the far side. So as we go through this, you can see we're going to be pretty much full by the time we get down to the far end here. And the grain cart's here now, and so I can just fill the grain cart on the far side. We've got the truck on the near side, and that's going to work for the time being. Except now we've already filled up the grain cart, and I needed to bring it down. Yeah, it kind of worked. It kind of worked. I'm almost to the point where we can do one full pass and back with one hopper fill. I think that's where pretty much the most we're going to get out of it. It's like 90% full now. I had to take off both the ends of the field in order to do that. It took a little bit of work, but we're looking good now. Emptying the rest of this out. I still got a couple more passes left to make, but I think we're coming down to the nitty-gritty finally. It took a little bit longer than I was expecting. I'm not going to lie, guys. Can this be our last pass? It doesn't look like it. Thought we were going to make one more, but I've got still a little tiny little bit of extra stuff. One more strip left to go do. There we go. We got it. It's okay. It's just one more little pass. It happens. And empty the rest of this out in the truck. And I think that is going to do it for this wheat harvest. I think I'm going to sell all this wheat, guys. This is just going to be pure profit. I'm not going to make seeds with this because I still got lots of seed left over. I mean, the silo's got a decent amount. I have not been paying attention to how much seed I've been putting in, or wheat I've been putting into this, to be honest. I should have been paying attention. You know what? It all gets written down inside the weight scale house there, right? So, yeah, I haven't been paying attention at all. Really should have done that. Anyways, let's scrub everything down, put everything back away again. And it'll be another month before we can get back into harvest. Yeah, but we still have work I can do. I mean, realistically, we can go in and start liming that field we just fixed, right? That harvested field, let's prep it. Let's get it limed. Get out here with the 5R once again. And is it 5R, 5M? I can't remember anymore. Doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get this thing all limed up. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to cultivate this as well. But yeah, you know what? We've got lots of these limes cheap, right? And hopefully, by the time we can afford to check out how much, what the pH of the field is, do the precision farming on those fields, hopefully we've been taking care of them enough that it's not going to be too crazy as far as how much lime we got to put down. Anyways, let's get the 8RX out, or the 9RX, sorry, out in the field. We're going to go take care of tilling all that field up as well, because we can't plant it obviously with the Amazon unless we till it all up. Let's do a better job this time than we did of the last field where we missed the whole corner. Where is it? There it is, right at the very back. Back this thing on up. Right on back. Perfect. And away we go. All right. Another job for the 9RX. Not my favorite tractor, I'm not going to lie. You know what? We've used this quite a bit over the years, but this is, it's just a little bit not my style. I don't know. I think maybe it's too big. I don't know. Is that a thing? Anyways, let's unfold the Batterstad. Let's unfold this cultivator, get into this. It's just going to take us, it shouldn't be too bad. It'll be a little bit longer than with the lime, of course. But we don't need to run back and forth and go pick up lime, of course. So let's just get her done. As long as I stay out of the trees, that is going to be my #1 goal. Yeah, we're good. There we go. Lock her in. Set the GPS. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. We unlocked it. You know what? We had the GPS set up, and then I hit the button and unlocked it again. It's okay. There we go. Finish that. See, if I hadn't messed that up at the start, I think we would have gotten the whole thing here, but we're missing one tiny little path once again. Flip this thing back around once we get to the far side. But hey, if I would have been smart, I could have probably done this all set up properly and not had to come back and do this one last little piece. But, you know what? A best driver in Farm Sim, not necessarily the best GPS user in Farm Sim, I guess. That's what it comes down to. All right, last one more flip around, and I think this field will be good to go. Perfect, easy, stay out of the ditch. Not a huge ditch, but definitely a little bit in there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for that field. Field's prepped pretty quickly. I think we're ready now. It's all we got enough to do is harvest the rest of our field. So I'll see you guys in about a month once again. Into August, looks like we've got our Durham wheat is ready to go. We've got our lentils also looks like they're ready to harvest as well. And lastly, of course, our peas. I'm most excited about the peas, to be perfectly honest. I don't know why. Anyways, let's grab the harvester. We'll get the combine into this field, unfold everything, and yeah, the peas is the biggest field, so we're going to start with the biggest. I always like to start with the biggest. What can I say? Don't clip that. Anyways, let's move on into this field, and we'll see how many. We're going to get quite a few farming units of peas, I am sure. That's going to be our biggest moneymaker, I think, this year for sure. And I kind of planned it out because peas were worth the most at the time. Let's unload this bad boy into the trailer. And you know what? I don't have room to get the truck into that field yet, so I'm just leaving it out here, and we're kind of going back and forth. I'm trying to cut in a little bit, make some room. But yet, you can see we've only got a little bit of space here so far, so we'll eventually get enough space to get the truck onto the field here, maybe the auger wagon as well. I don't know if we're going to use that yet or not. Truck might be all right. There we go. One more in. I've already unloaded the truck. Probably, it's only been four times so far. We've unloaded the truck enough. I've still got 2 more passes left to go do on the far side over here, and we'll be kind of done. I think it's 2. I think we got 2 more left, looks like. Maybe 3. I thought it was 2, might be 3. Do we go? The last couple more, let's see here. And peas? Where are your peas? I don't see peas. Peas, where are you? Come on. They've got to be there. There they are. There they are. You can see them coming in now. Yeah, it took a little more than I was expecting. We were only getting there and back, actually, per pass before we have to unload. Yield's been pretty decent, guys. Yield, once again, has been surprisingly good. So we're going to make some decent money off this once I turn those all into seeds. Moving on to the lentil field right next to us. A little bit smaller. It's about only, what, 12 acres? So it shouldn't be... I don't know what kind of yield we get off lentils. We're going to find out together, I guess. I will be surprised if we load this whole truck up. I will be surprised if we get... I didn't see what the numbers were on our estimations there, but I don't think we're going to load the truck with this field. I mean, we're almost done. We've only got... We haven't dumped out yet. We haven't dumped out. This is going to be the first time we have to unload. So that's 16,000. The truck holds 40. You do the math. Yeah. So we've got quite a few... We got some space. Lentils don't seem to be the way to go to me. I don't know. I mean, it's still pretty high profit margins, but the fact that we're just not making that much money off these, we're not getting a high yield by comparison to the peas. I think the peas are more worthwhile, at least to me. Let's go and load this. We still have one more field left to go do. So we got to get the lentils out of this, and then we've got to go and get the Durham wheat. It's our last guy. I have not been paying attention to how much each one weighs, unfortunately. I should really do that more often. I think they all weigh around the same, though, don't they? Anyways, kind of interesting food for thought there. So, speaking of food for thought, Durham wheat, we've got, once again, small field, only 10 acres. But the yield will be much higher, I think, than the lentils. Like, we didn't even fill a trailer full with the lentils. The Durham wheat, well, I'm sure we're going to fill this trailer maybe twice, maybe once, twice. Yeah, we'll find out. Anyways, let's go. Let's see if we can go around. Once again, I'm not doing any kind of oh boy, what's the straw? Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm not doing straw. Remember my words. We're not doing any straw, and I can't even get around. Yeah, see what I mean? I didn't even do a headland all the way around this. Can I get the truck in here? I think I can get the truck in here. We didn't get a headland done. I'm not doing straw. Let's see if I can get the truck underneath this thing. Not great, you guys. Not ideal. Let's just see. You know what? I could sneak this in. Best driver in farm sim. I can fit this in here. I'm pretty sure I can fit. Here we go. Just kind of sneak it in. Just give her a little kiss on the way by. Nope. Come on. Just sneak past. Come on, Mac. You can push right into there. Perfect. See, I told you I could get by, but yeah, I'm not loading. Yeah, we gotta move the combine anyways. Let's be gentle. Let's not smash the side of our Wilson trailer. Keep the header away from that. And there we go. Good. See, I told you we could fit it in. Just not great. Anyways, whatever. It worked, all right? It worked. Let's finish off this field. We've got a couple more passes left to do. I haven't moved the truck yet. Truck's still parked in the woods. It's okay. It's found a new home. We got a couple more passes left to do. It can stay there. All right, fine. I'll move it out. You know what? I got to move it out anyways. We got to go empty it out. Like I said, first time I've had to empty it out. We got 40,000 farming units of the Durham wheat. Still have about a third of the field left to do there. So, yeah, but like I said, it's definitely a little bit more productive as far as the amount we're getting, the yield we're getting compared to the lentils. Just saying. Still have some more left to do in here. We've got to unload once again. Yeah, it does seem like the Durham wheat we're getting. I mean, it's normal. But I'm curious. I do kind of regret the fact we're not doing straw, but I don't really want to focus on straw at all. Like I said, we're focusing on making seeds right now. Straw bales, yeah, we could make some more money off that potentially, but the same token, yeah, it's just not what we're doing. I get it. I know you guys are probably going to be yelling at me for that. And of course, once again, we didn't make it to the end. We got like 20 feet, okay, maybe 100 feet left to go. And I'm full. 100 feet left. It seems like that's happened 3 or 4 times already on our farm out here. It seems like we just kind of get almost to the end of a field and we're full. It'd be nice if we could time it out a little bit better, but I guess, you know what? If you have more grain than you can hold, that's a good sign, right? I'm just saying. We only had another 400 units we could pull off of that. Wasn't a ton, but hey, whatever. I'll take what I can get. All right, let's empty this out and take all this stuff back over to the farm because that's it for harvest. Let's move this over here. We'll get it ready so we can clean this up. We got the pressure washer just inside these bay doors. We'll scrub that down later. Get this truck back, empty out all the grain. Now, of course, I can get into these fields and clean these fields all up with lime. Of course, we can cultivate once we get this all unloaded. But I'm thinking instead, we're going to grab the 8R here, and we're going to go grab a trailer. And guys, we're going to start getting our seed made because really the thing that's going to be more time consuming is making the seed. That's the thing I'm kind of worried about a little bit. I don't think we're going to run any problems, but we need to start making the seeds as fast as we can. So we're taking one of each crop. So we've got peas right now. We're going to load this in, get it fired up right away. In we go. Back it on in. Like I said, we want to get one load of each crop in here as soon as we possibly can so that the seed maker is fired up as soon as it possibly can. There we go. We've already done our lentils, and then we've got our Durham wheat going in right now. So all three of our main specialty crops that we're gonna be making are already into this, and we're making seeds. Perfect. Let's take a look. We've already got 10, 15, and 27 respectively of our seed outputs. Perfect. So that'll be, well, we'll see what we have come January, guys. I'm happy. Everything's in there now. I'm gonna focus on kind of putting more in a second. One thing I did notice, we're a little low on the herbicide, so I'm gonna fill up all the herbicide we have in there, and we're gonna load that all in. Of course, we'll have to do the same with fertilizer as well. It's gonna cost us a little bit of money. Hopefully we don't go too far in debt with that, but we'll see. The herbicide inbound, and you know what, we'll finish it all off. We'll do the same thing with our fertilizer as well. Put everything we have, fertilizer, herbicide in there, is all in there. We're looking good. And then all the peas. This is the last load of peas we have. So we had 170,000 liters, I want to say, of peas has all gone in there. Yeah, 194,000. I thought it was 70. Anyways, we have all our crops are in there now. Let's just wait. That's all we can do now is wait until January. Hopefully this makes up, well, all of our crops. I was going to see if we can just clean this stuff up, and then we'll start getting ready to sell, guys. But a couple months off finally. I could use it. It's been busy. We've been busy. And January is upon us. Let's move in. Let's go take a look at our silo system and see what we've got exactly for all our grains. Don't let me forget about this wheat. I just know I'm going to forget. And we've got all of our seeds here, of course. Everything's done. Look, it's empty. Nothing's in there. But if we go back to our silo, you can see we do have seeds, 24,000 liters of seeds. And then we've got our Durham seed, our peas, and our lentil seeds all ready to be sold. But the funny thing is, like, the Durham flour versus the seeds, guys, the price is so different. But we definitely have to sell at Swift Current, right? We have to sell at Swift Current. So that's why we're taking it all to the train station. It's such a difference to ship this off. And we do have 200,000 liters almost of our peas. So you do the math on that, that's, well, $200,000, because it's like $1,000 difference. Anyways, it's definitely worthwhile to ship it all off. So we've got a few trips to make back and forth from, well, is it even a farm? It's more like a co-op. I don't even know. Our factory. Anyways, we got to make a bunch of shipments back and forth from each over to the train station, because it's going to take us a bit here to make all these trips. It's just going to get worse, because the amount of product I plan on eventually having is going to be nuts. We're going to fill this place up like crazy. Anyways, let's get it all in here and unload as much as we possibly can back and forth. We'll make like a dozen trips, get all of our seeds in here, and then we'll ship it off and see what kind of money we're going to make. I'm hoping, are we going to have enough to pay off our loan? I owe 3.3 million, 3.2 something million bucks right now. I don't think we're gonna have enough, but it's a good start. We really haven't had a full real season for ourselves, and we only have we had the 3 fields really. Well, technically 4 now, right? But I digress. Anyways, let's unload the rest of this. We gotta call the train. Let's get the train here. Let's load her up. Train's here. Let's load it up. How much? It's gonna take 2 trips once again. I don't think I can fit all of it in one trip, so move the train forward just a touch here. You know what? It's nice that we have this here, but I wish there was a better way almost. It's convenient, but it's not. I don't know if I can describe that any better than that. There's all of our lentils going in. We've got 1 open car and 2 closed cars that we can put our seeds in. So I don't think we'll have enough to fit all of our peas into one, though. It's like, what, 194,000 liters of peas. That's going to take 2 cars. So I said, like, three trips. We'll have 3 trips, or 2 trips, I mean, we'll have to make back and forth. Yeah, 2 trips. Let's see what we got. It should be pretty good, though. And away we go. That's full as it's going to be for now, at least. You can see all of our, we got 194,000 of the peas, and what is it, 20,000 of, I think it's lentils, and we still have the Durham wheat to go put in there. Let's go sell it off. 1.1 million. Holy shnikes. Yeah, that's not bad. And then lastly, of course, the Durham seed, like I said, the 2nd trip. We gotta sell that off, and we have the other 250,000 bucks almost. Not bad. So we're at 1.3 million almost. And I just realized, guys, I didn't get rid of my wheat. All that wheat, I forgot completely about that. Should have been 3 trips. We could have had it done before, but I messed it up. Shocker, I know. Anyways, let's go sell off the wheat as well. Wheat going into the train once again. 1 more shipment to go by train. And another 400,000. Guys, that's not bad. 1.686 million we have in the account. Let's go take a look at our bank account and see what we have in stock. But guys, 1.7-ish million bucks right now. Let's go take a look inside. Well, let's take a look at our bank accounts, shall we? We currently have no product. Really, our seeds are, yeah, kind of some seeds, but not really any seeds for the most part. Yeah, we're pretty much empty as far as stuff to sell off. But we have 1.67, almost 1.7 million. I currently owe 3.2. So more than halfway paid off after 1 year. Do I want to pay off the loan or should I buy more fields? That is really the question right now, isn't it? Pay off the loan, buy more fields. And to find that out, guys, you're going to need to come check us out in the next video. Of course, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And hopefully today I earned that subscription if you are new around here. If you're still at the end, I would think you probably enjoyed this one. Anyways, guys, we will catch you guys in the next video. Man, this is going to be an interesting one if we can do this with all my making seed. We'll take a look. We'll see you guys next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.